Hey everyone, I am Brittany Pierre. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today's video is going to be about my pregnancy and my delivery testimony. Yes, I said it. My pregnancy and my delivery testimony. So guess what? I am a mom. My daughter is 4 months. And if you hear a baby talking in the background, just know that's my daughter. So if you're interested in watching that video, go ahead and stay tuned, and let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so on March 17, 2022 this year, I had to be admitted to the ER. I was 8 months pregnant, and I was on spring break. If you guys have watched my last video that I posted that I was a kindergarten teacher, but this past school year I was actually a first grade teacher. So that's a whole different video for that. But today's video is going to be about my pregnancy, my delivery. And yeah, so at 3 o'clock in the morning I had to be admitted to the ER because I was having pain on my left side of my stomach. So around 3 o'clock in the morning I woke up and I went to the couch. I sat on the couch and I reached over to massage my ankles, because if you're a mom or if you know somebody that is a mom, and everybody can probably say when you get into your 3rd trimester, that's when things start getting real. Like my 3rd trimester for myself was that it was not good for me. My 1st and 2nd trimester was fine. I didn't have any morning sickness. You know, I was fine. I didn't throw up. I got up every morning. I went to work and I was cool. But once I got to my 3rd trimester, that's when it was like, OMG, okay, I'm ready for my daughter to be like, just come any day now, because I'm so over just being pregnant. So the reason why it wasn't good for me, because I had swelling and I had preeclampsia. If you guys don't know what preeclampsia is, it is a type of condition where pregnant women gets in their 3rd trimester or 2nd trimester, and you're considered high risk pregnancy. My pregnancy was considered high risk, and my daughter had to be born premature at 8 months. But that will come later, and you know, I'm definitely gonna share all of God's glory, what He did with my pregnancy, my delivery as well too. So yeah, so let's go back. So rewind, at 3 o'clock in the morning I was massaging my ankles, and I reached over. I reached over and I felt a sharp pain in my left side of my stomach. I remember my OB told me, like, if you ever feel a pain in your right side of the stomach, go to the hospital or call 911 or call the OB office. But if it's on the left side, oh, it's fine, don't worry about it. So it's okay, you know. So once I started feeling the pain in my left side of my stomach, I, you know, started crying a little bit. I called my husband. He came to like help me and catered to me and nurtured me, and it was just it was not working, to the point that I couldn't go back to sleep. I'm like, you know what, I have to go to the hospital, because even though I feel pain, I want to make sure my daughter is okay. So the ambulance ended up coming, and we all went to the hospital, and we were admitted on the Trio side. Bless you. I'm looking at notes on, bless you baby, I'm looking at notes on my phone. So if I'm looking down, I'm getting the notes. So we were on the Trio side, and before I got admitted to the hospital, I was also diagnosed with gestational diabetes. I'm not diabetic, but it was gestational diabetes, and that's another reason why my pregnancy was considered high risk as well too. So that had happened. We went to the Trio side, and all the nurses came and they did, like, you know, blood work on me. I took a urine test. They did an ultrasound on my daughter. I found how much she had weighed, and I will share that later on this video as well. And you know, they're trying to figure out, okay, what is causing the pain, because everything is fine in your uterus and your stomach, everything is fine, everything's okay with you and the baby. What's causing this pain? To the point that another doctor had noticed that I was dehydrated, which I don't understand why, because I was drinking a lot of coconut water, so I don't understand why, but I was dehydrated. And also they noticed that I had a blood clot in my right leg, because that's how bad the swelling was. That's why my swelling was so painful in my right leg as well, because of the blood clot. So we had to go to a different room. We're still so they moved us to a different room, and this was the room for the delivery section of the moms giving her their babies. And they was like, okay, you know, do you have your daughter today? I'm like, no, I just want to figure out what's going on my shop pain. Because like, to me, I had a feeling that my daughter was going to come early, but I didn't want her to come early, because I was like praying to God, like, Lord, I don't want my daughter to go to the NICU. I don't want her to have any surgery. I don't want her to have any health issues. You know, I don't want her to have any tools up her nose, none of that. And I will definitely share all the good news later on this video as well about that. And I was just worried about that, you know. So we was yeah, so we still on the delivery side, and we was there for like, I believe me and my husband was there for like 2 days. My mom was there as well too. So we was there for like 2 days, and you know, I started feeling much better once the daughter came in and gave me the medicine for me to ease the pain out on my left side, because they noticed that I put a muscle that the pain started going away. I was walking again. I was walking back and forth to the bathroom. I can stand up, and I was feeling much better, to the point, okay, we're gonna go home. You know, we're gonna go home and get out of here. And we'll be back in 3 weeks later when I turned to 37 weeks, because my OB had wanted to induce me at 37 weeks, due to me having a high-risk pregnancy. So that was that. Everything was going good. And this thing, you know, I had a different nurse on a different shift, and I don't know, some odd reason, I guess the last nurse and this nurse that I had now on the shift, they didn't have that good communication, because she didn't know what's going on with me. She didn't, like, she wanted to know, she didn't know anything. I'm like, okay, did the nurse didn't talk to you about it, or you know? But I guess not, apparently. So I had to tell her what's going on, and you know, and I told her, okay, well, you know, the other nurse gave me this pill, you know, every I believe it was like every 6 hours, and said I'll get it again this time. So she came in and gave me this pill that was a chewable pill, and that was a chewable pill, and I took it. And the reason why she gave me that pill is because she's like, hey, you know, here's this pill, you know, the doctor had told me, or your OB had told me, you know, that this pill gonna help with your swelling, and it's gonna help with the pain on the side of your stomach. And I said, okay, so I took it. And I don't know what kind of pill this was, because when I say I could not breathe, I could not breathe. I don't know what was going on. When I took the pill, I was in the hospital room by myself. My husband had went back home to take care of Dr. Chance, do some other stuff, and then my mom just went back home as well too. So I was in the hospital by myself. I could not breathe. I'm calling God's name, like, Lord, help me, because the girl can't breathe, and nothing was working. The water was making the pain go away, nothing at all. I was calling my nurse. I'm like, listen, I need somebody in here because I cannot breathe. I don't know what's going on. So the nurse ended up coming, and me and her was ended up, like, you know, we ended up walking up and down the hallway, because like this is like day 2 or day 3 I'm in the hospital so far, and I have just been inside like all day. You know, I could not go outside at all due to COVID-19 guidelines. So that didn't work. And then this thing, you know, somebody had, you know, come in and do you know, x-rays on my chest, because I'm like, I can't breathe, and they ended up finding out that I had pneumonia. They ended up finding out that it was fluid on my lungs, which is part of preeclampsia, I guess. And I couldn't, and the thing, you know, somebody from ICU came to my room to put an oxygen tank on my I guess that's my dog, on my nose to help me breathe my oxygen, I'm sorry, my oxygen, I can't talk right now, my oxygen. Hey, it's okay, get down, okay, get down, Chance, get down. Okay, and they did that. So I had an oxygen tank on me, and they were checking my heart rate, my oxygen levels, how they was going up, they were going down, and there was this monitor that, like, for like what, like 8 hours. So that same night that I found out that I couldn't breathe, I believe around like I don't know what time it was, but I know it was late at night. They were trying to induce me to have my daughter, to the point that, you know, they were trying to, like, you know, what's it called? I don't know what it's called. They were trying, I don't remember. They were trying to induce me, and it wasn't working. Like, they put a pill up inside of me to induce it, and it just wasn't working. Like, I think I was like, I think I was like, let me see, 1 centimeter, and they were trying to get me to 3 centimeters in the next like hour or so, and it just wasn't working out. And what continued going on, my baby was fine, you know, but what's going on with the pee? So that thing, you know, the nurse came in and said, okay, your OB said, you know, we want to go ahead and do emergency C-section. I'm like, wait, what? Emergency C-section? She was like, yes. I'm like, okay, because I was just praying, and like, guys, like, for real, y'all, I was just praying. I'm like, Lord, like, we were in the hospital 3 weeks before my, before me getting induced. And I didn't want to go back to the hospital again. I was telling my husband, I'm like, I don't want to come back here again another 3 weeks. I want to get it over with. And she came in, I had an emergency C-section. I may post a picture in this video as well too, if I don't forget, of my baby. And yeah, so I had an emergency C-section at 5:21, and my daughter was born March 21st at 5:21. And she was here. And after I had her, I remember my husband walked with the nurse to the NICU, and I ended up finding out some hours later that she was all healthy and fine. After I had my daughter, I did not go back to delivery and baby side. I had to go to ICU because, once again, I could not breathe. You know, they're still checking my heart rate, my oxygen levels. They are changing the gas on the tank and all that. And we were in the ICU for, I believe, for like I think it was like literally like 2 days. And once we was in the ICU part, we was there, and you know, all the baby weight, you know, the fluids on my body, the swelling was gone completely off my leg. The swelling was gone. Thankfully, thank God, I didn't have to get any surgery or any of that. So we was in the ICU for like, I believe like 2 or 3 days. And while I was in there, my nurse that I had was definitely friendly. She was so nice and caring. And I had get a CAT scan because, like, you know, some of the doctors don't really have much faith, so it's really hard to, like, as a Christian, me being a Christian, you know, to talk to them about certain things. And they didn't really have faith. They was like, oh, what if the blood clot trapped from your leg up to your lungs? Maybe the blood clot could be in your lung right now. I'm like, first of all, number one, I know my body. If their blood clot was in my chest, I wouldn't even be talking in the hospital. I wouldn't even be able to even breathe. That's how bad it was. So I ended up doing the CAT scan, and thankfully the blood clot did not travel up to my lungs at all. Did not travel up to my chest. It was still in my right leg. And the doctor and the nurses came, and by this time, y'all, I'm mentally drained. I'm ready to go home with my daughter and with my new family now. And I was ready to get out of here because, you know, we're in the hospital. You have so many doctors coming in to introduce themselves. They are seeing their names. They're saying that, oh, I'm a kidney doctor. Bless you. I'm the kidney doctor. I'm this doctor. And it was, I probably met about like 30 doctors those 6 days that we was in the hospital. And it was a mentally draining to me. I was inside the whole time. I couldn't go outside. It was just so exhausting coming in every hour to like take my blood. And I'm a heavy sticker. It's hard for them to take blood from me because due to my veins being so thin. So yeah, I did not have a normal pregnancy that I was supposed to have. If I would have had a normal pregnancy, not pregnancy, if I would have had a normal delivery, then it would have went as planned, as in, you know, me having a natural birth. My plan, me and my husband's plan was to definitely have a natural birth. I didn't want to have any medication or none of that. I didn't want them to try to break my my water, none of that. I wanted just everything to be smooth and natural as possible, but it didn't go that way at all. So the doctors came in, and I was on warfarin, which is a blood thinner medication for, I believe, three months. I had to take it. And then also I was on the blood thinners where they have to like shoot, like, you know, the blood, the needle inside of my stomach. So I had to do all of that. And thankfully the blood clot is gone from my body completely right now in the month of July. So yes, all that has happened. So yeah, so this is how amazing God is, because y'all, my mind, and I believe that the enemy was trying to have anxiety. It was like, you know, your daughter is not gonna be healthy. You're gonna take away your daughter. You know, your daughter have all these issues. You know, your daughter's gonna be in NUC for like 3 to 4 or 5 months. Like, all that was in my mind. But by the grace of God, my daughter was born at 34 weeks. She was born 3 weeks early. She was healthy. She was happy. She was a miracle baby. She didn't have any complications, no health issues. She didn't have to be on this type of sensitive formula and stuff, the premature formula. She didn't have to have any surgeries or none of that. She just, all she had to do was be in NUC, because her blood sugar level was kind of low, but that was a part of me, because for me having gestational diabetes, but she was fine. But with mommy, with me, I had to get myself together. And that's how amazing God is, because like, I mean, about like getting emotional right now, cause like, Lord, that was my number one thing. I was so nervous about my daughter, but she ended up coming out being healthy and being fine, and it was just with me. So I went through a lot with my daughter, my daughter in the hospital. But by the grace of God, we got out of that storm. We got out of that test. We had to, you know, have faith that everything was gonna be okay, and it was. You know, everything was fine, because we had everything that we needed before my daughter came home. We had everything that we needed. You know, everything wasn't set up like how I wanted it to be, but you know, I had my hospital bag packed. Something told me that Britt, pack your hospital bag, and I'm thankful I did, because I needed that bag. I had my bag packed. I had my daughter bag packed, because I didn't, Lord, I know you telling me my daughter's coming early, but I didn't want to come early, and it had nothing to worry about. You know, God said in the book of Matthew, why do you worry? I'm going to take care of you. You know, I take care of the birds and the ravens. They don't work how we do. They don't work a 9 to 5 job. They don't get a paycheck like we do every 2 weeks, but he still takes care of them. So why would he not take care of us? And that's why it's so important that we continue to seek God's kingdom, continue to stay in prayer, and let's also be careful on how we think about things. Because I would have just thought negative about my whole delivery experience in the hospital. Things could have went worse, but instead it went amazing. So, you know, if you're a mom right now, and if you're watching this video and you're pregnant, or you're a mom and you want to have kids, but you're nervous about carrying your baby, you know, there's nothing for you to worry about. You know, God's gonna be with you throughout your whole pregnancy, and you know, everything's gonna be okay. You know, my delivery didn't go as I planned, but his plans worked out for the best. You know, it really worked out for the best. And you know, if I can do it over again with my daughter, I would do it over again. That's how much I love her. You know, that's how much I love her. So yes, my daughter was in the NUC for 3 days, and that's all she needed. Then we went the same day that oh yeah, so I forgot. So the day before that we got discharged from ICU, we were moved into a different room on a different floor, and I don't know what kind of room that was, but it was a room like, okay, I guess they want us to be in here. And by that time I'm ready to go home. You know, we ready to go home. Like, we were really ready to go home, to the point that after I was sent to that room for like one night, they had wanted to send me up to delivery side with the mommy, after mom's had a baby. I'm like, you know what, I don't even care about the whole delivery side no more right now. You know, I just want to see my daughter. I want to hold her, because like, it was whole 3 days that I was in the hospital. Once my daughter was born in the NUC, I couldn't hold my daughter at all. I couldn't see her until the day that we had left. So, you know, it was amazing. It was crazy. It was stressful, you know, but we got through it. And you know, it's done and over with. And you know, by the grace of God, it's over. So, you know, So we got through it. So yes, we got through it. And you know, it's over. And here's here. So I could do it over again. I would do over for you. I love you so, so much. Okay? I love you. Alright? I love you. So yeah, so that is my experience of my pregnancy / delivery, and thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you on my next video. Alright, thank you. You want to say bye? You want to say bye? Say bye.